This question asks, which sound has the most interruptions? A, B, or C? So the question is asking about interruptions, but what exactly does this mean? Well, for a single sound wave, so sound coming from one source, we can imagine and typify it to look something like this, where we have a very smooth curve with a fixed frequency and the same amplitude. But again, this is only typical of a single sound wave. The reality is, in real life, when you're hearing one thing, you're probably hearing another, which means the two main parameters that influence a sound wave, or in fact constitute a sound wave, the frequency and the amplitude, can get interrupted or can be added or subtracted by other sound waves. So for example, in A, we can imagine superimposing that original sound wave for which this recording is based on. Now, the more interruptions, the more scattered, the more shaky that the waveform will appear. So we can see in A that this is in fact what we see. We see a lot of changes in both the amplitude and the frequency. So A appears to have quite a few interruptions. Now, comparing that to B, we see something similar but still notably a bit different. The overall shape is better preserved. You can see the extent of the interruptions is less, although the resulting waveform is indeed a bit strange. So B has a moderate amount of interruptions and less than what we see in A. Now in C, this would be the cleanest of the waveforms. This looks as if it has the least number of interruptions and is the purest of the three. So again, if we superimpose the presumed original waveform, we can see that there's very little shakiness in this graph. And in fact, our superimposed line has almost completely captured, has completely overtaken this waveform because there are so few interruptions. So therefore, which sound has the most interruptions is A, and the correct answer is A.